Hello, my name is Bill Baxter. I'm an instructor teaching PMP exam prep. I'm partnered with a global training company called Gray Campus. But this presentation here is intended for recruiters to help you to more effectively recruit for project management positions, to help you to establish credibility better with your clients and prospective clients who are looking for help with uh, project management staff augmentation, and to help you better differentiate your firm's capabilities. So the objectives of this training include, first of all, helping you understand project management more clearly, what it really is and how it fits within your client's operations, to know some of the hot button keywords of the day related to project management, to help you learn some of the fundamental parts of the PMI framework for project management, which is the basis of the PMP certification. Also, to help you understand the PMP certification itself and what it takes to prepare for it. And then finally, and most importantly, to help you understand the critical skill sets required of a project manager. First, a little bit of context to help you understand how project management fits within your client's operations. Your clients will have some current state, some current set of operational capabilities, and they'll have some envisioned future state that they'd like to get to, which may include some new products, some new services, some other new capabilities perhaps. And where does this envisioned future state come from? Well, this is the result of strategic planning. Your client will consider their current strengths and weaknesses, their competitive environment, and their anticipated future developments in everything that relates to their business. And out of all of that, through some wisdom and intuition, they'll devise a strategy that feels most appropriate. And so that's how they get to this envisioned future state. Now the question is, how do you translate that from a vision to actually having been accomplished? And that's where project management comes in. Project management is how you get from envisioned to accomplished, how you execute on your corporate strategy. So it's super important. But what does it look like? What does project management look like? Well, the PMI framework for project management has actually done a really good job of codifying what project management is, instead of just leaving it as something that people intuitively do, either well or not so well. And this framework is the basis for the PMP certification. It's embodied in a book called the PMBOK Guide, which stands for Project Management Body of Knowledge, and that's up to its 5th edition now. And this framework defines 47 processes, which are organized into a 5x10 matrix. That's 5 columns called process groups by 10 rows called knowledge areas. And the framework describes these processes, their functions, and information flows between the processes and tools and techniques within the process. A little bit about the PMP certification. It stands for Project Management Professional, and to even be eligible to sit for the exam, you need to have a minimum of 35 hours of qualified project management training, also a 4-year college degree and 4,500 hours of project management experience. Or if you only have a high school degree and not a 4-year college degree, you'll need to have more hours of experience. The PMP certification needs to be renewed every 3 years. There are continuing education requirements. And there's also a code of ethics and professional conduct that project managers are expected to adhere to if they're members of PMI holding the PMP certification. And this code includes 4 core values: responsibility, respect, fairness, honesty. And the code describes what these are intended to mean. And the PMP certification is nice. It's a good filter, and it does show that somebody is serious about their project management career, but it's not sufficient in itself to locate a good project manager. There are some book-smart people out there who have the certification, but who don't have a lick of common sense. So you need to look closer. And there's a short list of characteristics which I feel are most important in a project manager. First and foremost, relevant project experience. Whatever your client is trying to accomplish, you want to find a project manager who has project experience in at least somewhat similar projects, because there are certain things that tend to come up on a data center exit that are different from the things that come up on a software development project, and which are different from the things that come up on a commercial building construction project, and so on. So relevant project experience is really important. That's how you can expect your project manager to properly anticipate the things that need to get extra attention to make sure things don't go off the rails. Judgment and self-direction. Project manager has to have really good judgment, and that is so hard to assess. They also need to be self-directed. They can't be standing around waiting for somebody else to tell them what to do. They need to be giving direction to other people. Credibility and empathy. The project manager needs to exude credibility so they can get the team to pull together behind them and follow their lead. Also, to establish comfort level in their steering committee. And empathy. Emotional intelligence, the ability to understand how other people are feeling and how they are feeling themselves, so that they can engage with people effectively and get people motivated and willing to pull together and get something hard accomplished. Assertiveness, while still being diplomatic, is so important. You need to escalate, you need to bang heads and get things done, but you need to do it in a diplomatic way, and striking the right balance is a real art. And finally, communication skills. The project manager needs to have excellent communication skills, both verbal and written, in order to communicate what needs to be done, to communicate how things are going. The environment that the project manager works within often will include a PMO, Project Management Office. And these vary dramatically from company to company. But generally speaking, it's a functional silo for project management capabilities, where they may have developed some standard generic practices that everybody's expected to follow for all projects, where they may have developed some templates that for things like meeting minutes and issue logs that they're expected to use consistently. Hopefully this PMO will provide some training and coaching for project managers, and hopefully they'll have a role in governing the project portfolio. And we'll talk more about this project portfolio in another version of this presentation that's longer and has more detail in it. This is the short version. Finally, the PMO will hopefully have a seat at the table and participate in strategic planning, especially as regards the feasibility of executing on that corporate strategy. A corporate strategy is no good if it's not feasible. And so the project management capabilities of the company are a really important consideration in that strategic planning process.